here because we're here, because we're here, because we're here. We're here because we're here, because we're here, because we're here. We're here because we're here, because we're here, because we're here.
You are listening to the Esoteric Podcast, where we journey to the inside kingdom and unlock esoteric truths within. Now, here is your host, Omega, also known as Brandon Christopher.
Today I'm going to speak from the heart. Today I'm going to speak with the deepest of passion. I might let one fly here or there, but it's coming from a place of great resolve. It's coming from a place of great love. It's coming from a place of the future. I want you to look at your child. Look at your children right now. Think about them. Think about the day that they were individually born. Think about the love that was abound in that room after all of that suffering, and how you pushed through and you brought forth a perfect human life. Think about all the possibilities that were swirling around energetically in that room. Think about how your husband or your boyfriend or the guy who was the father missed the mark so many times on your expectations. Think about how you forgave him on that day. It was a day of great forgiveness. It was a day of great hope. It was a day of great possibilities. But then we fucking lost it. We lost it. We lost it. You know why? Because the reality of our system chimed in. The reality of our day-to-day chimed in. And why I'm trying to reach you right now is this is a communique from beyond. Many of us are sleepwalking. The grand majority of us are sleepwalking in a one-dimensional world. This is a prepared system. The system that we're in controls what you think, what you say, how you worship. This is the system. And guess who created it? They. And guess who they is? You are they. They didn't create the system in the sense that we are victims. They didn't create the system. We did. We co-signed on it. We co-sign on it every day. And you ask and you say, well, Brandon, well, how can you beat the system? How can you get out of the system? And I say this, there are many systems in the world. There are many systems in the universe. You cannot just leave. You must learn one word. And that one word is to traverse the system, to traverse it. That's how you leave the system. When you come upon a raging stream, do you just cross? No, you do not. You would get swallowed up in an instant. But can you design something? Can you design a timber to fall upon that stream? Can you design a timber to reach the end of that stream and do multiple timbers to get your family across, to leave that system? Could you arrange big enough rocks in that stream to get across? That's how you leave the system. You must traverse the system. But first, before you do that, you have to understand that you are being governed, you are being limited on the things that you can do. Remember back to that hospital room. Remember back of that day of the great forgiveness that was given on that day. Remember the day of the great possibilities, how this child could conquer life. And then you get swallowed up into the system. You get swallowed up and that child just becomes a number. We come home and we decompress from work. We don't want to think about anything. That's all we are thinkers. And the ideas and the corporate ideas are coming from the system. The prepared statements of religion and politics and the media is what we believe. And what spouts out of our mouths are those prepared positions that we co-signed on. I will say this: my family will be outward thinkers. We will be more than one-dimensional thinkers, because it's my responsibility as the patriarch to equip my family to not be one-dimensional, because I am loyal to the notions and to the thoughts of those days in the hospital room. I am capturing that feeling, and I know that it is my responsibility as a parent, my responsibility as a person in the community, and my responsibility as a human in a species, in the human race, to preserve a great creation, to ensure the existence of generations to come, but not in this system. I want to promote the resolve in my people, showing them that they can wake up. They can wake up to their selves. They can wake up to that power that was given to them that very day when they came into the earth, and understand that safety is in the system. There is great safety, and this is why 9/10 of the people who are listening to this will not mobilize a resistance in them, because there is a safety net in this system. But they do not know that you can still have the safety net of your day-to-day job. You can still have the safety net of the things you do. But remember, traversing the system is not about one day. It is about placing a stone in the river. It is about placing a timber in the river. It is about bridge building so that you can traverse that which torments you. My job is to wake those up, and not everyone. I am a realist when it comes to understanding that. But to those I can reach, my communique is to you to remember the day. Remember the day. Look at your children. Just look at them. Feel that day again and start to promote yourself. Start to promote yourself. Start to work your mind, your body, and your soul. Start to work on all three things, and then you will co-sign and you will start to receive the broadcast of those who are waking up. Not waking up towards violence, not waking up towards a physical revolt. Those who are waking up to that feeling in the hospital room. Those who are remembering that day. We are all waking up in that sense, the 10%. We are going to use the 10% in this earth, just like it is said that we only use 10% of our brains. We are going to put forth a broadcast of hope, a broadcast of betterment, a broadcast to say, yes, I am in the system, but I will not feed the system. I will not acknowledge the system. You see, those religious beliefs, they are prepared beliefs, and every argument that religion brings forth is a prepared statement to fortify the establishment, their established corporate thoughts. And that's not for everyone. There is a God, there is a creator. You cannot say there is not a creator because there are so many things that would prove that there is a creator. But you have to go to the source. Remember that day. Ask yourself, why are we here? That's the problem with our humanity. We stopped asking questions. And we became like cattle, and we went through birth, school, work, death. How many times do we just really sit our children down and speak from the heart? No, we send them to Sunday school. We send them to daily school. We send them in front of Fox News and CNN and hear that banter. We get our information from World Star Hip Hop. We get our information from all these different places, and we don't teach the child how to divide information. We are promoting groupthink. Remember that day. Look at your child. Look at your children this very day. If they're older, Don't send them out in the world to be a cattle. Send them out in the world to conquer themselves. Send them out in the world to be a bastion of positivity and light. Remember that day. Look at your child. Just look at him. Look at him. Don't walk through life. Don't sleepwalk through life. Feel life. Respond to life. Look at the universe. Look at the creation of what God created. I don't know the name of God. There's 10,000 testimonies to the name of God, and that is the example of prepared thought. You can define God because everyone else is defining God. And those who swear that they are not defining God, they will have another pack of believers to the right of them who are defining God, and it will differ from the people who are defining God that you're speaking of. You can define God, but define God, the God of goodness, the God of possibilities, the God of kindness and compassion and hope. That is who we promote. We don't promote the God of retribution. We do not promote the God of destruction. We do not promote the God of jealousy. Think about that day. Go back and remember how you forgave him. Remember how she forgave you. But now you just lace up your boots and you just exist. You just exist. A lot of you are waiting for the new iPhone. A lot of you are waiting for the next gadget. That is not mastery of life. Mastery of life is understanding your origins or seeking after them. Understanding what makes you. Understanding your subconscious mind, which sounds so clinical. I get it. But it's your spirit. It's your temple. The subconscious mind is your temple. All right? Think about that day. Let us go back. Don't be in a state of revolt, but understand that you are building mechanisms to traverse the system. You have the power to speak things into existence. I bet you never taught your child that. I bet you don't know that. There are many great teachers out there. We're all teaching each other different broadcasts. Listen to You Are Creators on YouTube. Listen to great teachers like Reverend Ike. Listen to great teachers all around that can teach you something positive. That can teach you something positive. What are you doing this day? Every day we should be building the inside of our temple. We can do amazing things. The Christ said that greater things you shall do, but we haven't done them yet. We haven't achieved them yet because we're all dormant in this system. We are sleeping awake. Pick up the broadcasts of positivity. Pick up Tony Robbins and listen to his message. Pick up those like Martin Luther King, listen to his message. Listen to the message where it's receptive, but build a future. And if you don't know how to build the future or traverse the system, listen to those who have. This earth is about matter, energy. You can take on matter. You can create matter. You can create what is good. But you have to wake up. Ask yourself, why are we here? Ask yourself, what am I doing here? Wouldn't you want to equip your child to understand that, listen, we don't know about the afterlife, but I'm going to put you in the best position, if there is an afterlife, to be successful. So that the day we do give a report, if we have to, it will be a good report and saying, hey, we tried our best to take care of the estate that you've given us. We tried to leave this place in a better condition than what we got it. And I don't see in my heart of hearts that being a problem. But are we equipping our children for that day? Don't equip your child for a day of hell and fury. Equip them from the day that we can give a good testimony and say, yes, we tried and we were kind and we forgave ourselves and we forgave others, and we are aware of the transgressions that we did, and we examined our heart, and we continually examine the system that is us so that we can traverse it to a better day. This is Brother Brandon with Betterment.com, hacking your subconscious mind. Also, the Trasoteric Podcast. I hope you listen today and examine yourself. Remember the day. Remember the day.